welcome to another edition of The Violence Conductor. And today we're going to be talking about basically not Fast and the Furious, Fate of the Furious. It's mysterious, isn't it? So overall, it's a good film. I mean, your kids could see it for the most part if they're relatively mature. There's no sex scenes or crazy stuff like that. They keep it pretty straightforward. It's something that the family can go watch. It's a lot of hot cognition right from the beginning. So it's about hot girls. Sorry, honey. Sorry. Hot cars, hot weather. Starts off like that. Every movie's pretty much the same. And these movies are not that different one from the other, but they are all entertaining. International cast, they always play that up. Very different personalities for each one of those characters. What I think is cool is that no matter what the situation is, how stressful it is, the dude is like still the dude. So like, for instance, Tyrese's character he's the same dude no matter what the situation is. And I think that that's really, really funny. So right from the get-go, I mean, I was watching at Flicks Brewhouse. The honest trailer that they did made me laugh so hard. Like, it's the funniest one I think I've ever seen. One thing they talked about is how many butt shots you seen in Fast and the Furious. Whoever the camera guy is or director, they have an affinity for butt cheeks, and you see a lot of those throughout the film. So, especially in the beginning, I'm letting you know. You have an aversion to butt cheeks, may not be the film for you. So in the movie, which is kind of cool, is they get right into the action. They don't spend a whole lot of time world building or none of that. But since they got right into the action, I'm going to get right into the sections of my review. So we're going to start with stunts. Stunts. So basically, The Rock and Jason Statham have given people an opportunity to work, which is awesome because they are beating up and tossing people all over the place. When The Rock is fighting, it's like WWE Royal Rumble or something like that. I'm not really sure, but it's amazing. And it had some really, really cool falls. So like, they had good falls, but more importantly, that they had really mean falls. I mean, when you're fighting a dude, you know what I mean, on the block by yourself, right? And you square up with the dude, he throw the hook and you slip on, you pick him up with the scoop slam. You don't just lay him down on his back so he can just slap his hands down like he learned in, judo class or whatever, take a safe fall. Nah, you have to dump him on the side. You got to get him at this eye angle so that like everything in his body just snap up, right? That's what you're trying to do. Damage. The way The Rock was doing people and the way Statham was doing people, it looked like they were really trying to hurt those folks. And so, I mean, clearly they didn't. They're professional stunt guys, but it is what it is. And I saw a legion of stunt people who got to play in this movie. So I'm always thankful for that because I'm a stunt guy as well. When I have time to do that, I do stunts. It's kind of my sneaky way, get on sets. Like, hey, man, I run a camera, but I also do stunts. But because I'm a stunt guy, I really appreciate that. And for the record, Austin, Texas, do big action movies so stunt guys like me can work. And then we wouldn't leave the city or the state. Just saying, just throwing it out there. It's just an idea. Don't have to do it, but I think it would be a good idea. If I'm not mistaken, I think I saw Nate Hippus and Natalie Padilla were in the credits. So I want to say, I think that was y'all. I mean, it was a lot. It was real fast. Great work, fam. You always do great work. Love seeing you guys out there. There's a lot of fun, a lot of stunts and falls that were reminiscent of things you see with Stunt Chicago, stuff you see with 1,000 pounds, etc. So really, really, really appreciate that. And if you can't tell, we're in the office. Well, the office means my house. And my roommate is taking a shower. So there's going to be a little extra background noise on this one. Just enjoy that. And as far as the car chases were concerned, some of the best car chases I've seen thus far. This is without a doubt my favorite Fast and the Furious movie. Casually. And I had a couple cars rolling. And a couple dudes jumping out of cars and then rolling. So there's a lot of cool car stuff in this one also. Them hands though. Wow. I had to make sure I wasn't disrespecting the other movie patrons because I almost jumped up out of my seat. But honestly, I think that they were feeling the same way from what I could tell watching them. Like, these dudes was like ecstatic because the fight sequences when the movie opens were very dynamic. I'm typically a fan of I'm a fan of both worlds, right? Because I can watch a Bourne movie and I can watch a Kid with the Golden Arms, and so there's swishy panty, shaky, blurry, and then there's this, with the immediacy of the fight, and then there's this over here which is like a steady, wide, tracking, smooth, with a lot of movement inside of the frame versus the camera actually itself. I can watch both of those. I like both of those styles. This movie did a pretty good job of, you could see what's going on, it's wide enough, but they are moving that camera to give you some action and some energy too. A lot of switch pans when Statham's doing his thing, especially against multiple opponents. Really appreciated that. It was dope. Now, The Rock just tossed people to and fro like a barbarian from the days of yore, which means dude was like Ragnar. Dude was just like freaking a Norse god in a sea of men, and it was amazing. I don't think movies do that enough. And the last time I've seen a big man play the big man like he's supposed to is the Scorpion King. Yeah, because The Rock was in there just jumping around and still talking to some people. That movie was fun. Don't judge me. It was a fun movie. A big man not playing a big man role would be like Hakeem Olajuwon trying to play basketball like B.J. Armstrong. You don't want to watch that. You don't want to see that crap. I want to see him play. I want him to play like the big man. I want to see Shaq crossing people up. Get it out of here. Let him stay in the paint and push people around, put his weight on them. And that's what The Rock did. Flexed the veiny muscles, lifted men, and just catapulted them, across the screen. Again, thank you, because that keeps people like me employed. So the whole movie was very WWE at some points. I saw a lot of really cool drop kicks. I hadn't seen a drop kick in a long time. People were just getting nailed with them throughout this film, which I thought was also pretty funny. Jason Statham doing the parkour. As you know, I do some parkour, so I really enjoyed watching him move throughout the prison, the way he was doing that. He was doing cool stuff. Like, I think he vaulted over one dude, like snatched his face and smashed it on something, on like a pole. I was like, yes, very practical. So he wasn't just flipping for no reason, but dude was putting the burners on. And I always like to see that. And speaking of hands, there are hand-guided missiles in this movie. That just took it to a whole other level. I'm not even going to spoil that for you if you haven't seen it. But if you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And I was like, wow. I don't even know what they're going to do. Are they going to be in space in the next one? I don't even know what's happening. Maybe it'll be more weapons in the next one. I don't know. As far as fighting and hand-to-hand was concerned, I really enjoyed what they did with this film. I also enjoyed the equality moments. Equality moments are like when a man punches a girl in the face because he's a villain, and that's what he's supposed to do. You don't slap or push him if you're a villain. You get after it. You do upper-level villainry. Like, you're committed to the career, right? And so you got to perform on the job. And so the dude came in there. He's fighting Michelle Rodriguez. He's playing 0 games. I don't want you to play games when you're the villain. I want you to get in here and be the threat. You are the threat. I need you to bring the fear, right? Homie wasn't playing no games, man. And I really appreciate that about him. Commitment to duty. Even if you're the villain, you got to be committed to the cause. Or else, what are we even doing? So all in all, this movie is action. It is action. On stunts, I gave it probably a 2 out of 5, 2.5 out of 5. There was a lot of stunts going on. As far as them hands, I'll probably give it a 3 out of 5. It's not the most high-end combat I've seen in a long time. It was just a lot of fun. They did a whole lot with it, so I really appreciate that. Overall, on the plot, probably 2.5 out of 5, 3. It's a basic plot. There's nothing super crazy crucial about it. They get to the point pretty quickly. Yada, yada, yada. He took his kid. He's got to do the thing. The villains were good. They were committed to the cause, which I appreciated. They had the dude from Game of Thrones in there, which I love seeing that guy in pretty much everything. He's got the dopest look, man. Really? I get mad because I don't have hair when I see dudes like that. Like, I wish I could, do the thing, whatever, and it don't really work out for me like that. It just turns into like an afro. It's not quite as menacing. One of the good things they did with the plot is that it was very funny. Devil's Bumhole. Devil's Bumhole in the Haka. I almost spit my Scottish ale up. I said it, Scottish ale. Best thing at Flick's Brewhouse. I almost spit it up because I could not contain my laughter. I was laughing so hard throughout parts of this movie. Tyrese is an idiot. Tyrese and Ludacris are stupid. Jay Statham and The Rock talked the most smack. Had me dying laughing. So this movie did a good job of dealing with action, dealing with comedy, basic plot line, and then like the stunts and the car chases. A whole lot of hot cognitions, get your blood going, make you want to go out and rev your vehicle up to 140, and get yourself in a car accident, but it makes you want to do it, is what I'm saying. Overall, great movie, really enjoyed it. I give it a 3 out of 5. If you have not seen it, you probably need to go see it. I'm just saying. It's very Bondian. Also, Vin Diesel is obviously a mutant. That's my opinion. Vin Diesel's a mutant. So, Vin Diesel jumps out of a car, moving at 240 miles an hour, rolls no more than twice, and just gets up and walks it off like nothing happened. I don't know a lot about physics. I'm not Bill Nye the Science Guy. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm pretty sure that's not a thing. I'm fairly certain no one in the history of rolling out of vehicles has ever done that in their entire life. And bro would jump out of a vehicle in like a t-shirt and roll on the pavement. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. Like, no, none of this came off. Like, none of it. You ain't peeled it off. Just a little dirt on the shirt. I mean, I appreciate at least putting the dirt on the shirt. But I'm like, really, B? Really? Really? And if you go back a movie, take it a step further. He'll catapult like a cannon out of a vehicle, snatch somebody in the air going the opposite direction. No broken bones there at all, right? That person's just fine. Rotate, smash into the windshield of a vehicle and just calmly talk about it like that joint didn't just happen. And I'm looking like, so are you a mutant and or are you like a Dungeons and Dragons cleric? Did you cast an area of protection spell on y'all? When you stat and boost yourself up, did it just like hit the team as well because of your leadership bonus? What's happening right now? Like zero damage? Are you Cyclops? Like first, even to calculate the angles to make all that stuff work, like Max Steel? I'm not really sure what the dude's actual abilities are. At first, I just thought he was like a really smart criminal, but clearly dude is like beyond James Bond in this deal. So I'm curious again where the next movie's gonna go. Like, cause I'm like, apparently he's smarter than everybody, can outfight everybody, can outdrive everybody. He's like a super spy. Well, I mean, if you think about it, he also did Triple X. Just for the record, this is better than Triple X. In case you guys are wondering and concerned, I don't know how he pulled that off when he had Donnie and Tony, and then you had the I don't know how to say her name. Apologize to all my Indian fans out there. Ashriya Rai. Right? Whatever. Her. And then you had, but more importantly, you had Tony and Donnie. And that was the best action y'all could have came up with. This movie right here had better fight scenes than Triple X did, which is crazy to me. Crazy. It is what it is. Again, most importantly of all this, The Rock and Statham need their own film. What you could do is you could just bleed The Rock into the next Expendables. And then you'd still get it. I don't know if that's the best idea. But I'm willing to give it a go. I'm just saying. That's the end of my review. 3 out of 5. If you have not seen this movie, you need to go watch it. That's all I'm going to tell you. It's like, it's going to probably be maybe Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm pretty sure Guardians of the Galaxy will give it a run for its money. Whatever Star Wars comes out next, maybe Transformers, give it a run for its money. But so far, this is my favorite action movie. I know I was talking about Logan, how great that was. But this is like, there's a lot more going on here. It's even funnier. It's even more action, even more fighting. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I'm probably going to have to pick up the DVD on this one just because it was cool. It was a real cool movie. That's all I got for y'all today. But on another note, just want to let y'all know I'm representing the squad today, right? I got my BAM Academy t-shirt on. This is home. Bridging on Movement Academy here in Austin. Parkour gym, do awesome stuff there. Good people. In addition, I have my Craven Vapor hat on. They let us use their stuff in our films, in our short films. We get to use their logo and stuff, so really appreciate them. That means a big deal to us. Also, if you can't tell, I'm going to show you my shoe game. My shoe game is live today. Oh, snap. Oh, you don't kick the mic. There it is. Ta-da. See that? You need some of that in your life, don't you? Those are the take flight joints. All my parkour dudes know. They make some of the best parkour shoes out there. They sponsored our movie Chinaman Wu Ping Stranger out of Canton. Sent us a whole lot of shoes so we could do some sequences out here. We really, really, really appreciate that stuff. We don't take that for granted. So we just like to represent and let people know that we got people taking care of us. We try to take care of y'all. Shooting this on the Black Magic, of course. Guys, just want to say something. We started a Patreon page. I mean, if you like this kind of stuff, you like these reviews we do, if you think we're kind of funny, you like the short films and stuff like that, go to the Patreon page. I'm gonna put a link in it for y'all. As you heard, my roommate's coughing in the background. He's getting ready for work. He's got emphysema. I'm joking, but I'm just saying. I'm saying we have jobs and we have to work all the time, and just like everybody else, we're shackled. But the more support we have, the more patrons we have, the people that support us and want to see this content, we can spend more time making this content full time. So putting the Patreon up, just throwing it out there. If you kind of like this stuff, you want to see more short films, more feature films, you want to see more music videos from us, more reviews, you want us to cover events, let us know. Our patrons will get discounts on our services. You get more of this content. We'll let you guys know when stuff's spinning up. And if you want to be involved, we'll give you guys opportunities to be involved in some of our projects. We're spinning up we have an Austin Action Fest we're getting ready to start as well. We got a couple movies we're doing, craziness and ninjas. We got a ninja zombie movie, assassins and zombies and cowboys. It's going to be ridiculous, but we're working on that right now. So stay tuned for stuff like that. And you guys' support is what allows us to be able to take the time to create those projects. So if you want more of that stuff, let us know. Become a patron. Join us and go ballistic. Again, I'm Benjamin Reddick with Bliss Blade Entertainment. You have been listening to the Violence Conductor, and you have a good day.